Good morning, dear students. How are you today? I hope you're fine. Today we're going to have a new lesson. You will learn how to cut shapes into equal parts. Today we're going to learn how to cut shapes into equal parts. Okay, how can you make equal shares? Do you know? Fold a sheet of paper into halves or quarters. Halves or quarters means each piece is exactly the same size. Here I have cut the shapes from the work mat. Paste the shapes to match the shape in each box. Write the number of equal parts in each shape. I have here, when I cut this shape into two parts, it gives me what? Two equal parts. This and this, 1 and 2. And here, if I cut this shape into 4 equal parts, so I will have 4 equal parts here, 1, 2, 3 and 4 equal parts. And here it will give me, this circle will give me what? 4 equal quarters here. And this one will give me 1 and 2 triangles here. So this is how to cut into equal parts. Okay, in this example, do you know that in order to have two girls share this apple, it must be divided into two equal parts. Two girls share an apple. A whole apple can be divided into what? Two equal parts. And if I now have this pie, or this pizza, and I have 4 boys. I want 4 boys to share this pizza. The whole pizza can be divided into 4 equal parts. Do you know that? 4 equal parts, everyone will take 1/4 of the pizza. So I have here a whole. What does it mean, a whole pizza? One pizza. A whole apple? A whole apple, 1 apple. So it's important to know what's the meaning of whole. And it's very important to know what's the meaning of equal parts. Equal parts, that you take the same size of apple, you take half and I take half. Okay, the same size. And divide means what in math? Share. I share here the whole apple with my sister, for example. Okay, write how many equal parts are in each shape. It's very easy now. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this circle is divided into 4 parts. And if we here imagine it's a pizza, so the pizza here is divided into 4 equal parts. Each one of me and my brothers and sisters, if we are 4 children, each one will take 1/4 of the pizza here. Yummy. And here I have this rectangle, and this rectangle is divided into 2 equal parts here. It's like the book. Okay, it's like the open book. Okay, and this shape, it's divided into 4 equal parts. And the triangle here is divided into 2 equal parts also. Okay, so here, underline the shapes that show equal parts. Do you think the first shape here is divided into 2 equal? No, of course not. And this one, it divides, this line divides it into 2 equal parts. Divides the shape into 2 equal parts. Right. And this one, yes, it's divided into 4 equal parts. And this one, no, it's not. How many equal parts are there here? Okay, I count here the equal parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4 equal parts. And here in this shape, I have, as I see here, 2 equal parts, 1 and 2. And here, this heart is divided into 2 equal parts, right? And this one I have here, 1, 2, 3, 4 squares that are equal. So it's divided into 4 equal parts here. And this one, let's count together. It's just counting and recognizing if they are equal parts or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal parts. And here 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 equal parts. Excellent. So here draw lines to show. Okay, 2 equal parts. I draw here the pink. I draw the pink line. And this line what divides the shape into 2 equal parts. You will know this by the name of symmetry when you grow up. I have here, I need 4 equal parts. Here the rectangle was empty and I draw here how many lines? 2 lines. From this point to this point and from this point to this point. That gives me what? 4 equal parts here. 2 equal parts. I just draw 1 pink line here. Okay, I can draw it from here to here, from this point to this point, or from this point to this point, like here. From this point to this point. 4 equal parts. So I'll draw how many lines? Yes, 2 lines. I'll draw 2 lines to give me 4 equal parts, right? Problem solving. Stephen drew a line in each of the triangles. To make 2 equal parts for each, he cut them like this. Did he make equal parts? Explain. Okay, I have 2 triangles here and I have here in the first one. Okay, Stephen cut the triangle to the left into equal parts. This to your left side here into 2 equal parts as you see. He drew a line from this point to this point that cuts my shape into 2 equal parts. Okay. Here in the second triangle, he cut it in what? It's not equal parts. They are not equal parts. So the parts here, as you see, they are not the same. They are not the same. Okay, so the first one he cut into 2 equal parts, but the second one, no, it's not divided into 2 equal parts. If I take this piece of, like a slice of pizza, it's not equal to this one. It's unfair. Mary says that there are 3 ways to cut this square into 2 equal parts. Do you agree? Draw lines to find. As you see, it's right. Why? Because if you draw here the line from this point to this point, so I am having here 2 equal triangles. And if I cut it from this point to this point from the middle here, so yeah, it's here 2 rectangles. They are divided into 2 equal rectangles, right? And if I draw here from this point to this point vertically, so yeah, it's 2 here. I have here 2 equal rectangles. So she's right. You have here some vocabulary check. It's very important here. In this lesson we have the whole. Whole means the whole what? The whole shape. Yeah, it's like 1. The whole here in math is called 1. It's like, for an example, 1 whole pizza. I have here also, okay, I have here also 2 equal parts. 2 equal parts here, this 2 equal parts. And we have learned also 4 equal parts, this 4 equal parts here. Okay, in your practice book, if you have it at home, I have here circled the shape that shows equal parts. Okay, as we have taken this 2 equal parts, but this is not and this is not. Also this into, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts, but this is not divided into equal, neither this. So I have here this 2 equal parts. Okay, and these 2 equal parts, yes, he draw lines to show equal parts. Okay, this is called, you will take this furthermore, it's called line of symmetry. So this line gives me 2 equal parts. We can draw it by this, vertically or horizontally. And this 4, he wants me to draw 4 equal parts, so I will draw 2 lines. 2 lines, okay? Okay. And these 2 equal parts. Okay, how many equal parts are there? 1, 2 equal parts. Here 2 equal parts, also 4 equal parts, 4 equal parts, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And here also 4, and here 2 the same. Here problem solving, very important. Help Carol to share his sandwich in 2 ways. If here there are 2 children share, so I will divide it into 2 parts by drawing a pink line here, as you see. So here Carol and his friend will share the sandwich. If there are here 4 children share, so I'll draw 3 lines as 1, 2, 3 and 4 here. So by this we have covered the lesson. Let's go to the next lesson. Okay, in the last lesson you learned how to divide shapes into equal parts. In this lesson you will learn how to divide a shape into halves. Halves are 2 equal parts that equal a half. Halves again are 2 equal parts that equal a whole. How can you divide a shape into halves? Okay, when measuring length, we can use a line to divide a shape into halves. Okay, now color half of each figure red. I have here, look at the figure. I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to color half of the figure. Okay, so I will color what? Just 5 here. Okay, just 5. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 2 parts now are the same, so it's what it's called, yes, half. I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to color just 5, okay, to keep it the same, to keep this shape the same size as this shape, okay. So moving to this shape, I want to divide them into 2 halves. So let's count together: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then again 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So when I want to cut them into halves here, from this line I just here colored these parts with red, and so this one. Okay, can you see the shape here? If I want to divide them into 2 parts, okay, so I'm going to, yes, I'm going to color how many squares here? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and here the other side I have also the same 5. Here I color 1, 2, 3, 4, and here I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, in this example I have what? An orange. Here is an orange that 2 boys want to share. How can they do this so that each boy will get the same amount? By cutting the orange into 2 halves. Here each boy takes half of the orange. Bravo. Here I have 2 girls can share a whole pie. Each girl takes half of the pie. Okay, so today this is a very important vocab we should be learned. That whole, it's what, as I told you the last lesson, whole, it means 1. The whole pie, the whole orange. Half means what? Half. Here I have in the whole orange 2 halves. In the whole orange 2 halves, and this is what? 1 half. Okay, so I have here, find the whole that's divided into 2 halves, then color 1 half. I have here, this one is divided into 2. This isn't divided into 2. If I want to divide it into 2, from this point to this point to divide it into 2 parts. This is not, this is not, this is not, this is yes. They are divided into 2 parts, right? This is right. This is not, because this part isn't equal to, yes, it's not equal to this part, and this also not divided into 2 halves. Time to practice. So I have here, find the shapes that are divided into halves, then color half of them. So this shape, it's already divided into halves, half for you and half for me. So I will color this with pink. I have here this sweet, yeah, I have here, I will draw half of this into, yes, with pink color, and so on. And it's not here divided into 2 halves, then I will not color it. Draw a line to make 2 equal halves. Okay, this is important. Here I drew the lines for you. So if I have here a triangle, I want to divide them, I want to divide it into 2 parts. So draw a line here, yeah, vertically from this point to this point to cut it into 2. Okay, or divide it into 2, or shade it into 2, and so on. Problem solving. Matt and his friend share an apple pie here. Each gets an equal share. How would you cut the apple pie? Draw a line to show. I here drew the line, the pink line here horizontally, okay, from the middle here. I can draw it here from this point to this point, and it's cut also in right parts, okay, 2 equal parts. So I can draw here this line from this part to this part, or from this point to this point. The 2 answers will be right. So I have here this apple pie is divided into 2 parts. So Sawyer says that some of these shapes cannot be cut into 2 halves in different ways. Do you agree? Justify your answer. Say why. Yes, why? Because the crescent and the triangle can only be cut one way. This is the crescent here. It can be cut here. How? Of course horizontally, from the middle here. And the triangle can be cut only what? Vertically, from this point to this point. Okay, going to your practice book, draw a line, divide each shape into halves. If you have the books at home, okay, you can try this. I want to here draw a line to cut the shapes into 2 halves. So I drew here this line, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, as I told you before. Problem solving. 2 friends share an apple. Each gets an equal share. How would you cut the apple? Circle the answer. If you cut here this apple into here 3 parts, so they are not cut into equal 2 halves. And this, yes, this is the apple here is cut into 2, yes, into 2 right halves. So into 2 equal halves here. This one, no, it's not equal. They are not equal, I mean. In the last lesson, you learned how to divide shapes into halves. Today, you will practice dividing shapes into fourths or quarters. Now we're going to learn how to divide shapes into fourths or quarters. How can we partition shapes into fourths or quarters? What do you think? You can draw lines to divide shapes into 4 equal shares. Let's see together. So I have here, draw lines to cut the cake below into 4 equal parts. Here I have a cake, a delicious one. I want to divide this cake into 4 equal parts. As I told you before, when we want to divide the cake or a shape into 2 equal 4 parts, I just draw 2 lines. Okay, how to draw step by step here to divide this cake into 4 equal parts. First, I start here from drawing, by drawing a vertical line here down the center of the cake. Okay, to divide it into 2 halves first. Then, draw a horizontal line across the center of the cake to divide it into 4. So after drawing this horizontal and the vertical, I have here 4 parts. Okay, when an object is divided into fourths, it has 4 equal shares. What is important to know when cutting a circular shape in half? The cut needs to go through the center of the cake. The cut needs to go through the center of the cake. This is the center of the cake here. Okay, moving to this example. Here is a pizza that 4 boys want to share. How can they do this so that each boy will get the same amount here? By cutting the pizza into 4s or quarters. Each one will take a quarter or fourth. Okay. Cutting something in 4s or quarters means that there are 4 equal parts of a whole. What does a whole mean? It's all of the parts of something. Okay, like the pizza or the pie. Or when something is complete, it's called what? A whole. Okay, a fourth is 1 out of 4. A fourth means 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4. Okay. Fourth or quarters are 4 equal parts that make one whole. Okay. How can here 4 girls share a whole sandwich? How can 4 girls share a whole sandwich equally? It's important to say equally. Why? Because each girl will take 1 piece out of 4 pieces. So this is called fourth or quarter. They can cut the sandwich into 4s or quarters so that there are 4 equal parts. Each girl would get 1/4 of the sandwich. First cut in half. First we cut the sandwich in half, then cut each half into halves. Okay, by this we get each one will take quarter of the sandwich. Important vocab you have to learn: fourth, quarter, equal shares. Circle the shapes which are divided into 4 equal parts. Color in 1 quarter. Here I have 4 parts, but they are not equal. And here I have 4 parts, but they are equal. And they are equal, so I will color just 1 quarter. 1 quarter, 1 of the 4 parts. Here I will color just 1 of the 4 parts, so it's called quarter. It's called quarter, or it's called 1/4. Yes, fourth. 1 piece out of 4. 1 part out of 4 parts. And here just 1. They are not here equal, so I'm not taking this. This is 1/4 or quarter. Yes, a quarter again, and this is no. Match, practice, match. Here I have this half, right? Because it's divided into 2 parts and they are equal. And this one, quarter. This is called what? Quarter or fourth. 1 out of 4. Okay, circle the shapes that are divided into equal parts. We are going to have circle, color 1 quarter of each. So I circle this and color the quarter here. It's not it's not divided into quarters because they are not equal parts. and so on. Draw lines to make 4 equal parts. So when I say 4 equal parts, I draw how many lines? Yes, I draw 2 lines. Here I draw 2 lines. Okay, so I have 4 equal parts. So this one, so this one. Okay, and this one, no, it can't be. Here, problem solving, very important. Draw lines to make 4 equal parts. It's very easy now to draw lines, 2 lines to divide this shape into 4 equal parts. And this circle, as I told you how to draw lines vertically and horizontally. And this one also. Sadia says that if you cut an orange into 4 quarters, the pieces will be the same size. Do you agree? Explain. Yes, quarters are equal parts. If I have here an orange and I cut it here like this, vertically and horizontally, so it will give me 4 equal parts. I have here vocab check, yeah, half, and this is quarter. 1 part of 2 equal parts is called half. 1 over 2, half. Quarter, here I have quarter. 1 part of 4 equal parts is called fourth. Moving to the practice book, here fourths or quarters, they are the same meaning. I have this is half and this is quarter. Circle the answer, fourth. Where is fourth here? This one, fourth, 1 out of 4 parts. I have here half, this is half. And here quarter, 1 out of 4. Half, yes, 1 part of 2 equal parts. 1 part of 2 equal parts. Okay, here I have circled the pictures that shows 1 half. The same, this is half, this is not half. As you see here, it's not equal, they are not equal parts here. And 1 out of 4, yes, this one, and this quarter, yes, and this is not. Okay, the same. The problem solving here, yes, here it, okay, this write how many equal parts? 1 2 1 2 3 4, the same. Problem solving, Ethan and 3 friends shared a chicken pie equally. It seems delicious, yummy. How many equal parts were there? Okay, 4. Ethan and 3 friends. Then they are 4. Ethan plus 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3. Give me 4 friends shared a chicken pie equally. Each one will take quarters. So they are 4 equal parts. Each one will take quarter of the pie. Right, excellent. Okay, lesson 8, problem solving strategies. In this lesson, you will apply what you have learned about shapes and their attributes to solve real world problems. How do you use the solving problem strategies? What do you think? Read and understand the problem first. Make a plan. Carry out the plan. Check. These are the steps I want you to know to solve any problem. I have 4 steps. Number 1, read and understand the problem. Make a plan. Carry out the plan. Check your plan. Okay, here I have Kevin has a pizza. He and 3 friends want to share the pizza. How many equal parts will there be? How many equal parts will there be here? Okay, I have 4 friends as the last problem solving. I have 4 friends. I want to cut this pizza into 4 parts. So I'll draw 2 lines here to cut it vertically and horizontally. So I have here 4 equal parts. Okay. Okay, steps for problem solving. This is very important for you, not only in this year, but you will use them in different years. So the steps we began or start with: read and understand the problem, underline what you know, circle what you need to find. You can underline what you know and circle what you need to find. Make a plan. How can you solve the problem? Carry out the plan. Solve the problem by drawing a picture, making a table. Check. Does your answer make sense? Is it right? Is the math correct? So these are the steps. I need you to study them. Mom made a sandwich for Emma. Emma shares it with a friend. Each one gets an equal part. How many equal parts do they have? Okay, let's see step by step how can we solve the problem here. Read and understand the problem. Here I have underline here. Underline, yes. Two friends share one sandwich. And here circle what I want to find. How many equal parts do they have? Make a plan. I can draw a sandwich and cut it into two parts by drawing. Carry out the plan. I drew here the sandwich, the whole sandwich, and cut it into two parts here. Okay, check. I can count the parts here. Okay, this is checking my answer. It's very easy and interesting, guys. So I have here this one. Okay, this one. I do not have any corners. Okay, this is guess me. I do not have any corners. I'm round. What shape am I? Read and think. Make a plan. Draw a picture. Check. These are the steps. Read and think. Okay, we have done. We have read. Yes. Make a plan. Make a plan. Draw a picture. Check. Okay, I draw here a picture. I have no corners. I'm round. What shape am I? If I draw here a picture of this, I will see that it's what, and check. It's the circle, right? I have two triangles and one square. I have two triangles and one square. How many corners do I have in all? If you draw two triangles and one square and counted the corners in the two triangles, I have here two triangles. In each triangle I have, if I draw two triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and what? And the square, and I know the square has how many corners? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 and 6, 10. So by drawing in math or drawing pictures or tables, it makes the problem more easy. Okay, easier, very easy. Kevin has 3 cones. Kevin, this is Kevin. Hi Kevin, how are you? 3 cones here. He drew it. So he has also 2 cylinders, okay, and 1 sphere, okay. How many faces does he have? Let's see together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know the faces of the cylinder? Can you remember? Yeah. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Does the sphere have any face? No. Okay, and I know the cylinder has 2 faces and the cone just 1 face that it can't sit on it. So 7 faces Kevin had. Ruth ate 1 part of an apple. 1 part of an apple. Mary ate the other part of the same apple. The apple was cut into halves. Who ate more? Do you think anyone here ate more? No, they ate the same amount because it's cut into halves. Excellent. Okay, how many corners in one square and 1 rectangle? If I draw here 1 square and another 1 rectangle, I know the square has 4 corners and the rectangle has another 4 corners. So the total of them, 4 plus 4 equals, if I counted them after drawing, I will find that they are 8 corners, right? I have 3 sides, I have 3 corners. So what shape am I? 3 sides, 3 corners. Of course I am the rectangle, I am the triangle. Okay, this is the checkpoint I want to check with you. Match. What's this? It's a trapezoid. And what's this? It's a rectangle. And this is rectangular prism and a cube, composite shape. And here it's an open shape. And here a circle, this one circle. And this is a sphere. I have here a triangle. That triangle has 3 corners, 3 sides. 3 corners, 3 sides. The square, 4 corners, 4 sides. Here I have here the cube. It has 8 corners, 6 sides. Okay, circle 3-dimensional shape that can be made by the faces on the left. I have here the rectangular prism. Problem solving. I am a composite shape. One of my shapes is a cube and the other has no corners. So circle my 2 shapes, of course, the cube and has no corners, the sphere. By that we have finished. Study hard from the PowerPoint presentations and from the YouTube presentation. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send on Google Classroom. Thank you, dear students.